ordeal during the period of Korean independence movements. Rivalries among department stores in Myeong-Dong and Jongno. As the Japanese population in Seoul grew larger, a variety of new businesses emerged. Department stores were one of them. The earliest department stores were introduced to Korea, mostly in the Myeong-Dong and the Chungmuro areas in the early 1920s. The first department store in Seoul was the Gyeongsong branch of Mitsukoshi Department Store in present-day Myeong-Dong. It was established by the Japanese company Mitsui, which exported cotton products made in Britain and Japan to Korea and opened in 1906. Mitsukoshi Department Store moved to the site of the present Shinsegae Department Store when Gyeongsong City Hall was transferred to the current Seoul City Hall site in 1926. The Gyeongsong branch of Mitsukoshi Department Store reopened in October 1930 after a renovation to turn it into a more modern-style building. Covering an area of 2,400 square meters with a total floor area of 7,600 square meters, Mitsukoshi Department Store enjoyed its reputation as the largest in Korea with 360 employees. Japanese and high-class Koreans were its major customers. Mitsukoshi sold the best quality products, including socks, ties, and cosmetics, and even had a coffee shop. After the liberation of Korea, Mitsukoshi in Gyeongsong was classified as a government-vested property and turned into Donghwa Department Store. In 1963, it was purchased by Samsung Group and developed into present-day Shinsegae Department Store. It was a 4-story building at first in November 1971, but one more floor was added later. The building retains the original facade and staircases. In the 1920s, Chojiya Department Store opened on the site of present-day Lotte Young Plaza, and Minakai Department Store and Hirata Department Store opened in Chungmuro. Both Chojiya and Minakai were famous for men's business suits, and Hirata for discount goods. The establishment of large department stores in the Chungmuro area showed Japan's determination to take complete control over new markets in Seoul. Large department stores including Shinsegae and Lotte are still located in this area, causing heavy traffic whenever they have big sales. Markets in Jongno, where government-licensed markets were concentrated in the Joseon period, also underwent changes. In late 1910, Shin Tae-hwa opened a jewelry shop named Hwa Shin Sanghwae on the site of a government-licensed shop. In 1931, a young businessman named Park Heung-sik took over the old 2-story wooden building and remodeled it into a 3-story concrete-based department store. Park made a fortune by selling rice and later successfully invested in the paper business. Donga Department Store opened right next to Hwashin Department Store in 1932. But Hwashin took over Donga after 6 months of fierce competition. Hwashin branched out nationwide in 1934 and held various year-end sales events. As a result, Hwashin grew into a modern 6-story department store with a basement and elevators. It garnered much attention as it was the first department store owned by a wealthy Korean and equipped with elevators, a rarity at that time. It was a famous tourist attraction as many people from local regions came to Seoul to see the modern building. Koreans took great pride in Hwashin as it was the first Korean department store comparable with Japanese ones in Chungmuro.